If you think we have enough silver to go green, you are living in La La Land. Every single ounce of physical silver you hold in your bare hands, over 200 people also think they own that same exact ounce. Except their proof is on a contract online, which is no more than a number on their screen. Which is why I always say, if you can't hold it, you do not own it. The silver shortage is real. There is real proof. These numbers do not lie, and those who think otherwise will be sadly mistaken. Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. Folks, we have a very interesting video. There is layers to this. We have two different articles that go hand in hand. The first one is talking about how this green economy is expected to boost silver demand. Plus, there is other silver news. So this first part goes hand in hand with this article, which could be the solution to the silver shortage. Asteroids could be the primary source of precious metals in the next 40 years. We know NASA did send out a rover last year to check out this asteroid called Psyche 16, which supposedly has $500 quintillion worth of precious metals. Even if that number is a hundredth of what they're saying, it still could fulfill this problem tenfold. Silver could be as common as an everyday rock in your backyard. Is this possible, though? Space mining, the final frontier? Someday. Do I think it's going to happen by the time this asteroid arrives in Earth's or near Earth's orbit in the year 2026? No, but they do say 40 years, which is a lot more realistic than this asteroid that will be coming close enough by the year 2026. Regardless, I want to check out these two articles. If you're new, welcome. My name is Silver Slayer. I post daily videos, always keeping you guys in the loop. I do give you guys the inside scoop on everything silver related, and since everything happening around the world affects the price of silver, then I have to cover it. So we cover a lot on this channel. I do have some silver, gold, and platinum deals for you guys. Link is in the email's in the description, info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. So, green economy is expected to boost silver demand and other silver news. Silver is expected to play a significant role as the green economy evolves. And that's what I always talk about. Silver's demand is directly correlated with silver's price. So if we see demand rising, what does that mean for the price? So the Silver Institute, which I call the Holy Grail of Information, recently participated in a panel discussion titled Silver's Role in the Green Economy at the London Bullion Market Association's Global Precious Metals Conference in Barcelona, Spain. This is one of the several silver-related stories in the latest edition of Silver News published by the Silver Institute. So, Silver Institute Chairman Philip Baker emphasized that silver is a vital component in solar panel production, and demand is expected to increase significantly over the coming years, which we know. While there are efforts to replace silver with less expensive substitutes, Silver Institute's technical director Trevor Keel said that silver remains the critical ingredient in making solar panels functional and will remain so for quite some time. Yes, that is, in my opinion, 100% sure. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, and light sensitivity. Nothing comes close to silver. But in terms of electrical conductivity, I have to admit copper is a close second, but the quality would go down so much it's not even worth it. Plus, silver is very, very cheap compared to how useful it is, so of course, that is the go-to. Silver can purify water. It has antimicrobial properties. There's colloidal silver. It's used in everything. Everything. Also meaning it gets thrown away in landfills. So, The panel discussed the growth of EVs, or this EV market, noting U.S. demand in the first quarter of this year increased by 56% over the same period in 2022. That is insane. 56% in 1 year. Keel added that as the complexity of EVs continue to evolve, more silver will be required for their functionality. So, this is a huge problem. Every automobile company by the year 2030 is going to be electric. That's a fact. Solar panels are flooding the earth. Like I said in the introduction, we do not have enough silver to go green. It's just not realistic unless we find a solution. Space mining isn't going to come quick enough to solve this problem. Recycling will only put a dent, or won't even put a dent, in this problem. Mining innovation, that's not realistic. We dig up around 800 million ounces annually or produce, but demand exceeded 1.21 billion ounces this year, leaving this year with record-breaking supply deficits, hundreds of millions of ounces in the red. How are we going to solve that? It's only going to get worse. Like it says right here. So electric vehicles, 56% increase in 1 year. Imagine how many billions of ounces we will need by the year 2030, as every automobile company is electric. What about solar panel production, which is also booming, which they say by the year 2050, solar panels would use 100% of the silver we have. Cut that down in half, though, when you think about all the other uses like 5G towers, silver lithium-ion batteries, and all the other things, especially since most silver's thrown away. This is a serious problem, and I've only seen in probably the last year, maybe even less, where people are taking it seriously. Myself and others like David Morgan, Andy Scheckman, have been talking about this for years now, and I've always said my opinion on triple-digit silver is around 2026. I think 2025, 2026, because I think by then the silver shortage will be blatantly obvious and silver's true value will start to show by then, since people will realize it's more than just a hedge against inflation or a safe haven, but it's stopping us from so much progress as we literally try to go green to save the planet from global warming and climate change. So, that's funny. The next sentence says, whether you believe the climate change narrative or not, the green energy revolution is here to stay and will likely have a significant impact on silver's market moving forwards. The latest edition of Silver News also highlights some other fascinating technological advances utilizing silver. And I'm not going to go over these highlights. I will post the link in the description. But let's go into one of the possible solutions, which I think is the only solution. I've talked about silver confiscation. People say you're crazy. Well, that has happened before. Executive Order 6814 by FDR in 1934, a year before 1933's Executive Order 6102, which is the famous give us your gold. It's now owned by the Federal Reserve, pay a $10,000 fine or 10 years imprisonment or both. He did the exact same narrative a year later, but it was with silver, not gold. And the same punishments. Is just Executive Order 6102 has a lot more notoriety, but he confiscated people's silver before too. And if we're talking about saving the planet, then it's not impossible to think that it couldn't happen again. So the rapid expansion of commercial space sector is set to propel space mining operations in the upcoming years. And there has to be talk about it, not even just from NASA. Look at someone like Elon Musk, which he just bought a silver mine, right? Buying silver mine indicates he understands that he needs silver. Of course he does. He's a genius. He's not, it's not like he's oblivious to this. NASA sending out a rover last year to check out this asteroid. That's not just some random feat. They're doing this because they know that we need these resources. So rising costs, pollution, and the ecosystem disruption have prompted a closer look at asteroids as a promising source of precious metals for modern technology, including batteries, solar panels, and windmill parts. How ironic. All of those need silver, right? and silver, by the way, is going to be the first element that could go extinct off the periodic table. Silver is. The increasing demand for clean energy drives the need for these critical minerals, which concerns persist about the environmental impact on terrestrial mining. Space mining, though costly, offers a solution. This month, 2 different groups of economists have published economic assessments of mining asteroids in the journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences. One of the assessments was done by economists from the University of Tor Rome Vergata, University of Maryland, Middlebury College. It focused on challenges that would have to overcome, or these challenges that they would have to overcome to capitalize on asteroid assets that are currently up for grabs. I want to ask you guys a question. What year do you think space mining will be successful? Not when they'll try it, but when do you think we will successfully be able to mine an asteroid, bring those metals back to Earth? What year? I'm curious. It's very interesting, and there's a lot of speculation, a lot of debate that can go behind that. So the assessment identifies research and development spending and policies governing space usage as the primary obstacles hindering the use of space activities to drive economic growth. Private companies tend to direct their space research initiatives towards profitability rather than broader dissemination of knowledge. And that's the point I was going to say. They're focusing more on going to Mars or space flights or studying the moon or, going anything along that. But someone like Elon Musk, which is dependent on silver in ways I'm sure we can't even fathom, that might be something lingering in his mind. Is it one of his first goals? Is that one of his, is that at the top of his list? Probably not, but it's something that I'm sure everyone's looking at. So the international treaty prohibits companies from claiming ownership of specific orbital spaces around Earth. That's another very, very, messy situation because, we're in the final frontier. This is foreign territory, pun intended, and how are we going to go about this? As a result, issues such as space wastage and the proliferation of space debris, which could potentially collide with one another, are becoming increasingly prevalent. Solving these global risks poses global collective action problems, and their solution will require international coordination, reads the first assessment. So, other problems mentioned were the under-provision of planetary protection against asteroids and the backward contamination of Earth. Well, that's an interesting thought as well. Think about that. If managed well, the exploration and utilization of space could present unprecedented opportunities for economic development and sustainability. I never thought about that, this problem, which would be backwards contamination, for mining all these asteroids and bringing all this stuff back to Earth used in our in our technology. If someone's contaminated or, who knows what could happen. Literally, who knows? There could be endless possibilities, which is kind of scary to think about. But I think that's the least of our problems right now, given the circumstances happening across the world. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I want to know what you guys think about this. I thought it was pretty interesting since this could be the solution to this first article, which is the lack of silver we have and the ever-growing demand. So let me know what you think about this. Make sure you subscribe if you guys want a chance to win some silver. And since I do daily videos, I also have some silver, gold, and platinum. Platinum, pretty sure. Deals. I'll post 3 pictures, the 3 pictures of these deals. Very good stuff. I would take advantage of them. Send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. Let them know Silver Slayer sent you. We have everything and anything you could possibly imagine. Just ask for a price sheet or let them know you want to take advantage of the deals, and they will hook you up. Andy Schechtman is the CEO. You probably know him, so it is a very respected and reputable company. Thanks for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.